Hello everybody! Thanks a lot for clicking on my latest video. I'm John, and you're inside the toy room with the Super Awesome Geek Show. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. It's so awesome. My Star Trek Playmates figures and some of the medieval and D&D type and video game type things. Plus my Boba Fett little section here with an old sticker and a coin stuff. Boba Fett stuff. A little fish dude up there. Today we're going to take a look at this Warhammer 40K Space Marine from McFarlane Toys. Pretty cool. I don't know about you, but there was a time where I spent many countless hours playing Warhammer 40K, measuring distances and if my shots made it, if there was cover. And these Space Marine Warhammer 40K guys are pretty cool. It's an official licensed product of Warhammer from McFarlane Toys. Here's that barcode if you guys want it. And yeah, this is pretty cool. We're going to get this guy open and take a look at him. Here's all the stuff that comes with this awesome Space Marine. You get a Warhammer 40K stand. He's got this awesome backpack with incredible detail and paintwork on it. Now, there was like 3 or 4 of these at the store, and I noticed that the skull wasn't always centered. Sometimes he was over the Omega symbol. So you got to look at the paint before you buy it and see if it's lined up right. This cool little chainsaw sword is awesome. Great handle with the gold skull there. A nice wrap around the handle. Spiky edged hilt thing there. It's pretty cool. Guard. The pistol's awesome. Looks rapid fire. Looks like it's going to like it's got burst fire. Cool grip and everything on there. And the figure itself just looks awesome. Really cool. I love the detail on this. The paintwork's cool. The extra armor bits are cool. The skull and wings. Skull and Omega. Upside down Omega. The little skull on his helmet. Every bit of detail. The cross with the skull on it. Really cool. The detail work is great on this. And each of these little armor pieces are sort of separate parts. Like the shoulder parts move separate. That little, that little armored piece that protects you if you're jousting, like that moves a little bit separate. The waist, the parts around the waist move a little separate. It's like all these little armor pieces were separate molded parts that were put on. And they actually move a little bit, so you can, as you're posing this figure, you can sort of adjust those little armor pieces around the waist and the shoulders to make sure that they line up and fit and they don't break or fall off, you know. But, you know, because of that, he can be put in a lot of really cool poses. So you got like this one here where he's standing ready for action with the gun down and the sword sort of drawn in front of them. Looking off to his left, ready for action. You could put him up looking off to his right with the sword up over his shoulder, resting on his backpack up over his head. I think this is a cool position to put him in. This looks really neat. He's just ready and waiting for battle. His feet joints are pretty good. They do move around, but there's not a lot. I mean, in standing positions, he seemed okay, but if he started to try to do running or anything like that, I'll show you in a second here. You just kind of got to have him up. You can't really do it. Yeah, here we go. You can't really like put that foot flat to the ground in like any of these spread out positions. And you can't point the sword forward. I wanted to point the sword, like rock his hand down and point the sword more forward, like, go, you know. But you couldn't. It's as far as I could rock the hand down. So you can't really get him to point it forward. But other than that, I mean, this guy has a ton of articulation. He's a really cool action figure. Extremely detailed, and I really like him. I do. I really, really like this figure. I'd say if you're a fan of 40K, if you grew up playing it like I did, you're going to want to get this figure. I really do. I really think you will. I think you're going to love him. And there's a lot of options here for customizing a 40K army. You could make a squad out of this guy and just do little touch-up things to the paint here and there and make yourself a good squad with this one. It's pretty cool. I think customizers, especially those who like to repaint figures, they're going to want this guy like bad, and they're going to want a bunch of them. Because he's easily changed with a little bit of paint on the shoulders or the knee pads, and you could have, you know, you could have them all in the blue and red like army as your squad, but slightly different shoulder and different you know, things added to it to make each one unique, and I think it would work out really well. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm John, and I'm out of here, and this has been a look at the Warhammer 40K figure inside the toy room. I'll see you later, guys. Bye bye.